Hi everyone, this is the National Master Alessandro Santagati. In this video we'll see again that I played in the tournament of Agrigento in the round number 4 against Piccolo. Piccolo was white and I played the game with black. He played e4 and I played c5, so Sicilian defense. Now knight c3, e6. My idea is push on d5 to make pressure on the center, and he played g3 with the simple idea to bring the bishop on ficchetto. Now d5, d3. And now my idea is go forward with the development, so I play knight f6, at the same time I make pressure on e4, and now bishop g2, bishop e7 to complete my development. In this case I can choose between bishop e7 or bishop d6. I think bishop e7 is better, because we can understand that the white has the idea to push f4 in the future, and if my bishop is on d6, after f4 I have the problem about the fork, and I have to move the bishop again, so for example, or bishop c7 or bishop e7. So it's not a good development, because after e5, the white can block this diagonal, and the bishop on c7 seems passive. So I lose time without a compensation. So for this reason I played bishop e7, and now he played knight h3. When white played knight h3, it's very important to understand what's the reason about this move. And the reason is that if I play castle, it's possible e takes d5, e takes d5, and now knight f4, with the idea to make pressure on d5 with a lot of pieces. The two knights, the bishop. So now for me it's hard to defend this pawn, and maybe I have to push it. If we understand the idea, we can understand how play against it, and in this case I pushed the pawn on d4, because I didn't play castle, but I pushed the pawn on d4. Because after that the white has the problem about where bring the knight, and in the game my opponent played Nb1 and now I played Nc6 to go forward with my development, and now f4, a logical choice to take space on the center on the king side, and now I played bishop d7. My idea is make pressure on the queen side, so I focused my attention about it, and my idea would be push on c4, because c4 it's a breakpoint in which I can destroy the enemy pawn structure on the queen side, because the more advanced pawn in the queen side is the pawn d, so my idea would be push c4. But to do that, I need the help of my pieces, so it's important to develop my pieces before to do that. Now knight d2, and after that b5, we get to support the push c4, and now castle. Queen b6, this move can help me to defend the pawns on the queen side and at the same time to make pressure against the enemy king. And now white played knight f2 to improve the knight, because now on h3 is useless, and now I played the rook c8 to help the push c4. In this position white played the king h1, now played knight f5 again to support the push, and b3 to stop my push on c4. After that I played the castle, because in theory I can push immediately, because I have 3 defenders. I don't like to push immediately because my king is not so safe on the center, so I prefer before save my king and then think about the push. And now the white tried to attack with knight g4, I trade the knight, and after that I play f5, because in this position it can be dangerous to push f5, and then f6 for example. So I think it's important for me block this option and play f5. We play e takes f5, e takes f5 and check, king h8, and after that queen f3. Now this bishop is not so strong because the bishop has few squares, so my idea was focus attention about that, and before I play the bishop f6 to free the square e7 and to add the pawn d4, and after this move I play knight c6, because it's a possible take. If the white will take, we lose the game after that. After that I win the queen, or I will win a piece. Knight d4 I take, and black is winning. So it's impossible to trade it, and at the same time my simple threat is knight b4 with the double attack. Now the white move is forced queen d1 to defend c2, and after knight e7 the bishop has to go back. c4. I think this move it's a mistake. I didn't see that an easy strategy can be bring the square e3. The square e3 is weak, so I can play bishop c6 for example, and after the trade I can check, and after queen f3 I can simply play knight e5, and I can take the weak square with the knight, and we can be sure that now the black is better. So I didn't see this easy option, and I played immediately c4. I played c4 because I didn't see this nice option for white. It's possible d takes c4, and after that b takes c4, and after that bishop a3. This variation is very nice for white because after that it will be possible to take the pawn c4 for white, and probably I need to take, and after that the white has a good pawn structure and the black has not a strong counterattack, so it can be a problem for me. Oh yeah, I didn't see d takes c4 followed by bishop a3. My opponent didn't see the same thing and he played b takes c4, sorry. And after that b takes c4. Is it possible to take the pawn now? Because if the white will take with the knight, I can simply take with the rook, and after that I take the bishop. So 2 minor pieces for the rook, and it's better for black. For this reason now, he played the rook b1. Now my queen is under attack, and I played d takes c3. C takes d3, and c takes d3. Now queen a6 with a simple idea to attack the weakness. Is d3 is a2 at the same time. After that, knight c4, and now bishop b5 to make more pressure against it, against the pawn d3. Now rook e1. This one is interesting because if I take immediately, there is a compensation, because after that, queen takes c4, for example, there is bishop a3, and I can have a problem about how to defend this knight. So I saw this position as dangerous for me, so I didn't take the knight immediately, and I played the rook e8. Now bishop a3, and it's a mistake because after that I can simply take the knight, bishop takes e7 is forced, and after that bishop takes d3. Bishop b7, nice move, queen c4. After that, it's very hard to play in the right way. The only way to save the game for white is take the rook immediately. And after that, for example, bishop takes b1, queen takes b1, and then I can play queen takes c8, for example. The white can take, I have to take only one, queen take, and we go in this endgame in which the black is better, but it's not so easy win, because the black has a pass pawn, but the white queen can be dangerous, for example the perpetual check or something like this. So it's the only way to play for white. Now white made a mistake because the white played bishop takes f6, and now the game is completely lost, because after bishop takes b1, bishop takes e8, rook takes e1, queen takes e1, I can simply play check on e4. Now the white is forced to move the king, and after that the white is completely lost, because for example after bishop b7 is the only way to save the bishop. It's possible queen c3, I take time, then I will push the pawn, and it is impossible to stop it. For this reason, white played bishop takes f5. The white tries to sacrifice the bishop, but don't help, because after the check, king g7, I can simply cover with my queen, and after queen c5 I can play queen d7. I defend all with this move. I defend the pawn, I defend the bishop, and now I'm ready to push the pawn and win the game easily. For this reason now my opponent resigned the game, because it's impossible to do something for white, and I won it in this way. Yes, it was a very nice game, about strategical game, very nice. And for this video is all. Thank you for the attention and see you for the next. Bye. Remember to follow me on social networks and share the video with your friends. Thanks.